tell us a little bit about yourself and why are you running for this office?
Great. So hello, everybody. I'm Micheal McCaskey. I'm actually let me give you a little bit of history on myself. So I grew up in this place called the Valley of Fruits Delight, which was basically like figs, plums, prunes, peaches, nectarines, as far as the eye can see in all directions. And didn't stay that way very long. So by the time I was getting out of high school, the most common thing to see was the bulldozer and the crane, because everything was getting bulldozed and turning into high-rise buildings, townhouses, condominiums. Over the next 20 years, 3 million people that I didn't know moved in, changed the valley quite a bit. And the valley, they even renamed the valley. It's now called Silicon Valley, California. And I saw a lot of crazy things happen during that time. And at the end, which was back in 2021, my wife and I had the opportunity to move out. I think the term would be escape from California, because there was just some crazy stuff going on there. I mean, everything you've seen on the news that's happening in California is happening in California. So when we came here in 2021, we were very happy to what we felt like get to the actual United States of America and enjoy being Americans. And unfortunately, as we've been here, we've been looking around and we started to see things that remind us a lot of what was happening in California. And they're small things, but I have a lot of concern about them. And so I felt that running for office and actually representing, my neighbors, which I'll get to later, as well as myself and my interests, showing, what I saw happen in California, because I never want to see that happen here in Arkansas, would be a great thing to do. And that's why I'm running for office. Thank you.
What is the most important issue facing the county in Corn Court now, and what do you think should be done about it?
Well, I can only pick one. That'd be fun. But I mean, crime's pretty high up there, but I think some things are happening on that one. The biggest thing for me is looking at the taxation, which I think is too high. And then secondarily, those taxes that are being accrued, I think are being mismanaged in lots of different ways. So, when I hear things like Bentonville School District, as an example, is sitting on a $9 million surplus, and yet they're still asking for more millage, more taxes. It's like, why? I'm not quite sure. Or if I listen to Benton County, even where Benton County specifically says they're sitting on a $20 million surplus. In both those cases, to me, the taxes are too high if you end up with that level of surplus. But then but more importantly, when I say, well, what are you doing with those taxes? And I start talking to people like again, the rural fire departments are mostly volunteer fire departments. They're all trying to raise fees because they're actually working with equipment that's vastly out of date, unsafe to actually operate. And yet Benton County is sitting on 20 million in surplus, but our fire departments don't have any money. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Why are you the better candidate for this position?
I would call myself today a 1776 constitutional conservative. And that means that I actually believe that citizens can actually be in the process of ruling themselves. I don't need a bunch of unelected bureaucrats. I don't need three-letter acronyms like an FBI, a CIA, an IRS. I don't need those people actually telling me what I can do and can't do, although that was certainly what was happening in California as well. And so when I actually look through the lens of what is constitutional, what is America, what is the United States of America, and how can Arkansas be part of that, that's how I'm looking at the world. And then secondarily, I mean, this past summer, I found out, unfortunately, that our current JP, he's the incumbent, but he doesn't seem to answer phone calls, doesn't return emails. I've gotten that from many people. And I'm one of those folks who's been in the grassroots, since 2008, 2009. And I really believe that, as a public official, I work for my neighbors. I work for the people in the district. And again, I've already visited hundreds and hundreds of houses on my campaign trail already. And I've been very happy to hear people talk about their problems with taxes or fees in general, or roads, or crime, or even mental health. I mean, so I've met a lot of neighbors, and I think I can do a very good job. Thank you.